forward. What we do here, we try to articulate what the government has done. We try to support what the government is doing. We try to bring people on board to be able to understand where the government is going to, where the ruling party is going to. And on that premise, we said to ourselves that this Renewed Hope Agenda, how do we begin to disseminate information, things happening on the Renewed Hope Agenda government of President Asiwaju down to the grassroots? So we set this program up. And thank you very much. You all have been inspiring. You all have been, how will I put, supportive. And I must say kudos to Citizens FM 93.7. They all have been very, very accommodating. My executive producer, Alhaji Salami Salmon, I want to thank you very much. Hajia Tika, the marketing GM, marketing manager, and a whole lot of people out here that have made this program a success. But we're just getting warmed up. I want to give my name is Mr. Matasi Oburu, and we have landed someone very crucial. Why do I call him someone very crucial? The government is run by a party, and that party is the APC. We have with us here in the studio the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the APC, no other than my friend, my brother, Right Honorable. I like to call him Right Honorable. Let's stay with Honorable. Honorable Duro Meseko. Duro Meseko is the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the APC, and he's the chairman of the governing board, Nigerian Building and Road Research Institute, NBRRI. Honorable Duro, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, my dear brother.
It's been nice seeing you again. It's nice seeing you again. Nice having you. Yes, I mean, since after we all went on a marathon to get the government to be elected. I mean, I'm talking about how we came all the way from the publicity and media and publicity department of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, all the way, and then to where we are today. By the way, that reminds me, let me publicly congratulate you on your appointment also as the chairman of the board.
Thank you.
Of the governing board of the Nigerian Building and Road Research Institute, NBRRI. But let's start with your primary calling, your primary responsibility, the APC. You all seem to be having a whole lot of guests coming in. Let me call them guests because they are new arrivals. How are you managing it? I mean, a whole lot of persons are moving from various parties to the APC, from Labour to the APC, from NMPP to the APC, from PDP to the APC. Recently, a whole state moved to the APC. How are you all managing it?
Thank you very much. Managing it is not difficult for us because APC, as you know, is a very strong party with very strong institutions, very strong foundations.
Okay.
So it's not difficult for us. We have, various departments, various institutions that are, ready made for that.
Okay.
So it's just normal for us. It's not something, extraordinary.
So
it's not something that's weighing us down.
Okay, so you were expecting when you entered, you were expecting that people were going to leave their parties to your party.
Absolutely.
What have you people done that is attracting these other members of this party instead of building
because those people are seeing that we came in. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came in and met a country that was almost comatose, an economy that was almost
begging. Yeah.
Yes, and he came in at the right time, and he started to build. It's like building from the scratch. You could imagine then we were using like $1.5 billion monthly to shore up the naira, just to ensure that let's get naira at affordable rates.
Okay. All that is gone now?
All that is gone.
So that's floating the naira more or less?
Yeah, floating the naira. To let naira appreciate its own value, retain its original value. And that's it.
Isn't that causing hunger in the society now? Because a lot of persons are claiming that because the naira is losing value, that they don't have the power to be able to how will I put it, the buying power as they used to have back in the day.
Buying power to import. mainly.
Okay.
Those are the people crying the more or the most. And I mean, President Tinubu has always said, "Oh, buy Nigeria, buy Nigeria." I mean, that's part of the renewed hope
agenda.
That let's look inwards, and everything is looking great, looking upwards. I mean, you saw the recent Fitch ratings. I mean, Fitch is about arguably the #1 rating agency in the world, and the rated Nigeria very positively. So what we are saying is that these people saw that how is this man doing it? This is an economy that we thought was finished, but bit by bit,
it's taking us out of the wood.
It's revving up, and so they felt, why wait when we have, as he said in the popular street parlance, follow who know
road. Okay.
Make we follow who know road.
So are you calling on Nigerians to follow President Asiwaju going forward?
Absolutely. He's a president. He's a man that will never disappoint. He's been very passionate about Nigeria.
What is he telling other governors from other states, from other political parties, that is making them leave their party to the APC? What do you think he's telling them? What is he giving? What is activating their interest to the APC?
Exactly. It's the renewed hope agenda. The success is being recorded.
Okay.
For instance, before people were saying, fuel then was 1,000 and something. Now it's coming down.
They can see respite. They can see light in the tunnel.
Yes. Before, a bag of rice, 100 and something thousand. Now a bag of rice has come down to 60 something or 50 something thousand. So things are getting better.
By the day.
Things are getting better. Our, GDP is growing. Even the main problem that we had in the past, the debilitating debt burden, it's been reduced. Now our debt profile now from $100 and something billion has been reduced to around $94 billion.
So and then they were hearing that the what we owe the IMF has almost been cleaned out.
Absolutely. So these are things that people are seeing, and they felt, enough of politics.
Let's face reality.
This man is a man that is leading Nigeria on the right path. And what Asiwaju wanted to do was just to lay the foundation for a sustainable economy, for sustainable growth for this nation. That even if I'm not there tomorrow, I want people to now start building
on what else like he did in Lagos.
Exactly.
Like he did in Lagos. Because I remember when he entered, when he got to Lagos, the GDR, the IGR was close to, was it 900 million or something?
600 million.
About 600, 900 million. Exactly. But by the time he was leaving, it was 7.89 billion.
And right now,
it's about 62 billion.
About 62 billion.
Well, that's good. Okay, now let's come back home. I'm curious about the APC because I've been on the APC. I've been with the APC since 2014, and I've been struggling for the APC. I came on board the APC because of one thing: the mantra change. And I expected that things were going to change for the better. It tried to change for the better, but at a point in time we lost it. But now, so what you came up with a mantra, renewed hope agenda, and I, Sam Atasoboro, have taken the renewed hope agenda mantra as if it's my personal ambition, to ensure that the renewed hope agenda lives up to the billing. Now, let me ask you a question: what are the core principles guiding the APC's renewed hope agenda, and how do they align with the party's manifesto?
Thank you very much. There's a lot.
It's a lot, yes. I know.
Make basic healthcare, education, and housing accessible and affordable to all.
Okay.
Most importantly, establish a bold and assertive policy that will create a strong yet adaptive national security architecture.
Okay.
And action to obliterate terror, kidnapping, banditry, and all other forms of extremism from the face of our nation. These are aside. I just want to go through some of.
Please do. Take your time.
In Nigeria, especially for our youth, where sufficient jobs with decent wages create a better life. It's no longer news. The president approved the new minimum wage.
Yeah.
And yes, we are not yet there. We cannot say, oh, yes, it's Uhuru. But what we are saying is that we are going there, and that is what we want as a nation. It's not just one day. I mean, a woman is a labor.
Rome was not built in a day. It took 600 years to build
exactly.
Rome.
So I mean, a woman will carry a pregnancy for 9 months, and in the 9th month, I mean, pains will come, but at the end of the day, joy. So we are in that process now. So aside that, the Renewed Hope agenda is also out, to manufacture, create, and invent more of goods and services that we require as a nation, so that Nigeria will be known as a nation of creators, not just of consumers. Export more and import less, strengthening both Naira and our way of life. Continue assisting our ever-toiling farmers through enlightened agri policy that promotes productivity and assures decent incomes, so that farmers can support their families and feed the nation. Modernize and expand public infrastructure so that the rest of the economy can grow at an optimal rate. I need not go through this. I mean, we are all aware of the super highways and all that to open up the economy. The Lagos Calabar is there, the Sokoto to Badagry
is there,
and all of that are all over the country. And
intervention agencies are also supporting. I know absolutely. The NDDC is doing the whole of what in the East-West Road.
So many FEMA, all of them, they are there, And of course, we see the Minister of the Honorable Minister of Works day in, day out, really now the achievements of the agencies. And even at a local level here, I mean, for instance, the FCT, we could see the infrastructural, revolution. The revolution going on.
And now talking about the FCT, let me not digress, so that I give you opportunity to play an eagle. Yeah? Yes. Go on what you're saying.
Absolutely. So the renewal agenda is also to embolden and support our young people and women by harnessing emerging sectors such as the digital economy, entertainment and culture, tourism, and others to build the Nigeria of tomorrow today. Train and give economic opportunity to the poorest and most vulnerable among us. We seek a Nigeria where no parent is compelled to send a child to beg hungry, worried whether tomorrow shall bring food. And also, among others, to generate, transmit, and distribute sufficient affordable electricity to our people, to give the requisite power to enlighten and light their homes and their very dreams. These are, yes, we may not be there now.
Yes, because the electricity generation is another thing I'd love for us to discuss. But exactly. let me not derail the conversation, the flow here right now.
These are some of the pillars holding the Renewed Hope agenda of the present administration.
Okay, we noticed that the Renewed Hope agenda of the present administration has how will I put it, it's the mantra is a fever. It has reached fever pitch.
Yes.
Just the other day at the ministerial press briefing, the education minister, Alausa, spent 3/4 of his time launching TVETs, technical vocational educational training in line with the Renewed Hope agenda of President Asiwaju. Now, and this has captured the youth. The youth are last night alone. I normally wake up at midnight and start working. Last night alone, people who registered online, because you have to register online, and were having problems submitting their registration. A whole lot of people are registering. It's catching on to the youth. I saw on TV the other day, what's it called, this Deputy Senate President, Barao, is it Barao?
Senator Barao
Jibril was in Kanu. There's a school there that they've turned to a university. I saw the mammoth crowd. I mean, the Renewed Hope agenda is catching fire left, right, and center. Now, how is it working with the party? The party, how is it working in line? How are you people managing it? Because I am Renewed Hope agenda, and I haven't felt much of the party's, if not that you came here now, and I believe that from now going forward, the party will take us seriously, because we've spent a lot of time, effort, intellectual ability, capacity, and resources at the same time, trying to promote the Renewed Hope agenda without any financial support from the party. So how are you people going to be managing us going forward?
Well, the party has a policy.
Yes.
I mean, this administration has a cabinet. cabinet ministers.
Yeah.
They are there to help drive all of this. And periodically, we engage these ministers. We engage heads of extra ministerial to update us on how far they are gone and also putting them on their toes. Letting them know that as a progressive party. And because of that, regularly we interact with them, getting them, about 2-3 weeks ago.
Not
even that.
Okay.
We usually have our sessions together to discuss the way to go, this is the way to handle. So it's not as if the party is laid back. The party is firmly on its feet and monitoring.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, since you have said so, I think I will not. I will not take up much time. But before we leave Renewed Hope Agenda and the APC, I'd like to ask now: what challenges do you foresee?
It is now. One of the major battles that we are fighting right now is because of
insecurity,
the Nigerianness in us.
Okay.
We also have to, brother. That's the issue. The president may have the best program in place, the best plans, but how are we doing it? Are we allowing the Nigerian in us to take the better part of us, or we are now allowing a new Nigeria? Shall you understand?
I'm listening to you.
To take the place of the old, wear a new garment of honesty, dedication, patriotism. Oh, the president, we need railway here, we need trains, we need this. Oh, the administration will go ahead, provide the infrastructure. But overnight, we go there as Nigerian to cut
everything away, vandalize it.
Vandalize. Even electricity, even power. Some of these
power lines have been cut down.
Yes.
Bayelsa State, Bayelsa was in darkness for about 6 months.
Exactly.
Part of River State and Bayelsa State as a whole.
Exactly. So, if you ask me, how do we, hope to get this thing done? Or how do we feel that this thing should work as we want it? The success.
Yes.
Or otherwise of Renew Hope. Number one is, and of course, my brother and friend is doing so well that the DG National Orientation Agency.
I think he needs more funding.
Exactly. So
I think he needs more funding.
Exactly. So you see the agency on TV day in, day out, trying to
reculture us, rethink our culture, our thinking and our attitude.
Once we get it right, we talk US, we talk UK and other, even security there. It's not as if they are from the moon.
It is the people themselves.
It's everybody, yes. You see something, you say something immediately.
Yes.
There's nothing happening in your neighborhood, you see, they'll pick up their call, this is it. So we must, first of all,
have a consciousness that this Nigeria is our Nigeria. Yeah, it must work. And nobody will come and do it for us. We have to do it ourselves.
And it's something we can do. Because I recall during the military junta days of Buhari that time, you will look left or right before you threw anything.
Honestly now.
If you were caught, so Nigeria...
You will get to the bank, you're still on the line.
Everything was... Yeah. So it showed that we could actually...
I saw a car, let me tell you a story. I saw a car recently, one of these Golf, that, and I saw on the back windscreen, WAI. I now remember War Against Indiscipline. Exactly. I said, how good Nigeria was back in the time. Exactly. And we can get back, if we have that consciousness, we can still be better than that. Absolutely. We can still be what Dora Akuyili said, good people and a great nation. This is the time. We need, but people say that, but Dora Akuyili of blessed memory may have so rest in peace. Yeah. But you see, they say that the nation is as good as its leadership. Now, but they forget that the leadership is 8 years. The nation is 60 something years.
Yes.
So the nation has to go. The leadership has to go back to go forward. Absolutely. The leadership has to go back to go forward. Now, to get it right, let me use an analogy. You want to eat an omelette, you have to break some eggs.
Absolutely.
You cannot eat omelette without breaking egg. And if the heat is too much for you in the kitchen, you leave.
Exactly.
So now, I think what the president is doing, what the Renewed Hope agenda is all about, they are in a hurry. People like Nigerians are in a hurry to see the dividends going forward.
The president
Yes.
is saying, let's put this foundation in place. And then it will be Eldorado. Because if we say, okay, let's just continue, subsidy is still there, people are still eating money as they like, importing, nothing, and they will be claiming money and all of that. We are still using $1.5 billion monthly to stabilize Naira. Is that not crazy? And all of that. And the president says, no, let's start. Yes, it may be difficult.
It will be difficult.
It may be for some few years, but immediately we get it right, then that's it.
Now you talked about this subsidy stuff. I was reading somewhere, and the former chairman of the head of the EFCC.
Oh yes,
he came up with a book.
Yes.
On
Bauer,
yes. He came up with a book on subsidy crime and something like in Nigeria. Now, my wife said to me that why didn't he, when he was EFCC boss, come up with that book or work with that book to catch those people that were siphoning money? It's not that he's no longer EFCC boss, that he's coming out. So what does he want us to do? So he said people ought to begin to note how to do what is right the first time, all the time. If you know that this is wrong or this person is stealing, say he's stealing, say he's a thief. Al Capone of blessed memory, Alfonso Capone, gangster.
Yes.
Say, if you're a thief, I must say you stole. If you steal, I must say you stole. So it's about time that whistleblowers and stuff like that, you all have to come up, and because we cannot get Nigeria right until we begin to face the responsibility of the time.
Absolutely.
All right, now we should be taking a break here, and but before we go, before we change gear and move on to this, let me just ask now, the APC, I've asked you that one now. Now the upcoming election, the APC's performance in the FCT. The FCT is going to be having it's how will I put it now?
Yeah, the
local government election, council election, and stuff like that. How prepared is the party?
We are well prepared.
How prepared? Because I was in Duse Market. Buhari Area Council is not APC. Is it? It's not APC. Some of the area councils are not APC. AMAC is not APC. AMAC is PDP, right?
Yeah, but now he has decamped now.
He has decamped now. So
it's APC now.
So it's APC now. So we need to, for us to be able to, part of the challenges APC had, or this administration had, coming in, was the fact that they did not have 25% in the Federal Capital Territory. Is the APC ready to give? Is the APC ready now to give President Asiwaju 25% in the APC with the help of my brother and my friend and my brother, Barrister Nyesom Wike? I know he has the capacity to do and undo, because I've seen what he did in Rivers State. But you now, as the deputy friend, tell me.
We will not have less than 80% because of the performances. The people have seen, FCT citizens, they've seen the differences between what they used to see in the past or feel in the past with what they are feeling right now. You could see FCT is a construction site. FCT everywhere is glowing. Things are happening. Rural roads are being done daily. Everything is changing and still changing.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's a cachet of goodies for FCT citizens. So why would they not vote the party? This is the party that is now giving you what you want. They didn't get it under PDP. They didn't get it under Labour Party, but they are now getting it under
APC.
So if there's an election, I can assure you, because they would.
You're going to clean it?
They wouldn't want the goodies to stop.
I tell you something. I told you I was at Duse, right? I was talking about Duse Buari. I went there recently, and my house is not too far from it. And I saw that Duse Road, the new Duse Road. It's electric. At night, it's solar powered light all the way, dual carriageway. I was saying, on this note, we're going to take a break, but don't go away. We're still turning the radio on as a renewed hope agenda, and we're looking at the way forward. We have with us on the hot seat the National Deputy Publicity Secretary of the APC, the chairman of the chairman governing board of the Nigerian Building and Road Research Institute. When we come back, we're going to be looking at his board. We're going to be looking at the Nigerian Building and Road Research Institute.
Yes, NIBRI.
NIBRI. We're going to be looking at NIBRI. We're going to be looking at all that and more. Stay with me. My name is Sam Atasio Buru. We're taking a break now.
The Renewed Hope Agenda for Nigeria is the brainchild of President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. It is geared towards renewing the hopes of Nigerians for a better future through its policies, projects, and programs that are aimed towards lifting the GDP and economic growth of the nation by improving standard of living of the average Nigerian. The Renewed Hope Agenda Radio is poised to promote all of the above while enlightening Nigerians as well. Join us every Tuesday afternoon, 2 p.m. on Citizen FM Radio. 93.7 Labor House, Central Business District, Abuja. Renewed Hope Agenda Radio on 93.7 FM. The future starts today.
We believe in this nation, and we know we'll get there. Here we stand as a people with one song.
The Renewed Hope Agenda is the anchor point for President Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu's administration.
The Renewed Hope Agenda, the way forward, is a program package introduced to promote the policies, programs, and projects of the President. Join us every Tuesday by 1 to 2 p.m. on Citizen 93.7 FM.
On Renewed Hope Agenda, bringing guests to discuss pertinent issues concerning the Renewed Hope Agenda of Mr. President in every area of the economy.
The Renewed Hope Agenda, the way forward on Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja is anchored by Sam Atasia Oburu, National Chairman and Convener, Renewed Hope Agenda, the way forward. Keep a date with us.
The Renewed Hope Agenda for Nigeria is the brainchild of President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. It is geared towards renewing the hopes of Nigerians for a better future through its policies, projects, and programs that are aimed towards lifting the GDP and economic growth of the nation by improving standard of living of the average Nigerian. The Renewed Hope Agenda Radio is poised to promote all of the above while enlightening Nigerians as well. Join us every Tuesday afternoon, 2 p.m. on Citizen FM Radio. 93.7 Labor House, Central Business District, Abuja. Renewed Hope Agenda Radio on 93.7 FM. The future starts today.
We believe in this nation, and we know we'll get there.
The Renewed Hope Agenda for Nigeria is the brainchild of President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. It is geared towards renewing the hopes of Nigerians for a better future through its policies, projects, and programs that are aimed towards lifting the GDP and economic growth of the nation by improving standard of living of the average Nigerian. The Renewed Hope Agenda Radio is poised to promote all of the above while enlightening Nigerians as well. Join us every Tuesday afternoon. The Renewed Hope Agenda for Nigeria is the brainchild of President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. It is geared towards renewing the hopes of Nigerians for a better future through its policies, projects, and programs that are aimed towards lifting the GDP and economic growth of the nation by improving standard of living of the average Nigerian.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're back into the studio again. We're back here, and like the jingle was just telling you, is the Renewed Hope Agenda, and we are in the business of promoting the government of President Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. And this week, incidentally, is for the APC. And the National Deputy Public Secretary is here, Honorable Duro Meseko. I like to call him Right Honorable because he was a member of the Nigerian House of Reps. So I like to call him Right Honorable Duro Meseko. He's the Deputy National Public Secretary of the APC. He's the Chairman Governing Board of the Nigerian Building and Road Research Institute. Duro, welcome back. The second half. Your board. NBRI. N-B-R-R-I.
Yeah, but it's popularly called NIBRI.
NIBRI. All right, now NIBRI. What is it all about? Tell Nigerians. Let's start from the beginning. Just tell Nigerians what it's all about, what your mandate is, and how they can key into what NIBRI is all about.
Thank you very much. You know, NIBRI is all about the standardization of building and roads infrastructure in the country. As a research institute, we are engaged in research, that will assist Nigerians in getting the best of building materials, road materials, and all other associated materials that are needed for the growth of the industry. Like iron rods, even ordinary blocks that we mold,
PVC.
Yes, all those things are things that NIBRI, all these manufacturers, ab initio, are supposed to be certified by NIBRI before they even sell these products to the country. That's why we have, this incident of building collapse. Some asphalted roads, within a week, they've collapsed because the materials that are used by those companies are not the right materials. So now, as Chairman Governing Council of NIBRI, I am here. We are already almost done with the bill that we want to send to the National Assembly.
Okay.
Yes, for National Assembly to make NIBRI one of the agencies, one of the certification agencies, as far as building and roads in Nigeria is concerned. If you don't have, for instance, if a road is awarded to Julius Berger, without NIBRI certificate, certifying, this 1 kilometer of road has met standard, nobody should be paid.
Okay.
That's the way it is. That's the way it should have been done. But unfortunately, that had not been what has, obtained in the past. But I'm out to change all that because we are tired of day in, day out.
Repairing roads.
Building has collapsed here, this one has collapsed there, and people will be saying, oh no, they didn't use good material. Even the iron rods they use, it's not the standard something, because NIBRI is not involved. NIBRI is an internationally recognized institute, and Nigeria should have taken advantage of that, but we are not taking enough advantage of it. But by the special grace of God,
you think it's a matter of lack of the administration or lack of the leadership of NIBRI being relevant to the government, being accessible to the government, or being known or regarded by the government? Because I don't think you people are.
It's.
In the past too.
In the past, yes, I think it's been a case of maybe communication gap.
Yes.
NIBRI not doing enough, as a body, to get Nigerians to really know,
to add value to Nigerian, to the Nigerian system.
It may also not be NIBRI not doing enough. It may also be because there's no legal framework proper legal framework for NIBRI to be able to assert itself.
Okay.
Because right now, we can't even, there's no law backing us, for instance, to arrest and say, no, you are using a substandard. So that's why I felt the best way to do it was to approach the National Assembly so that NIBRI will be given its proper place, positioning, and standing in the scheme of things, so that we begin to do things as is done abroad, where you see roads 50 years is still standing strong.
Do you have presence in the rural areas? Like you have presence in the states?
We have presence in all the zones of the country.
Okay.
We have in the southwest. The southwest we are in Ota. In the southeast we are there. I think we are in Inewi or something. I mean, in all the zones, we have very
strong presence.
Strong presence.
Now, the federal government, our mantra is the renewed hope agenda.
Yes.
And our cardinal projects are actually in the road areas, in the construction of viable road network to be able to link the markets, link various territories to give us access to export our products and stuff like that. Two of our cardinal projects, like you rightly mentioned, is the Sokoto Badagry, Lagos Calabar.
Yes,
So in the past, like we said, the presence of NIBRI has not been entrenched into this construction site. Now as we speak right now, the president went to Lagos the other day and launched or commissioned 30 kilometers of the 760 kilometers Lagos Calabar Coastal Way. Is NIBRI part of the construction going on?
Well, the issue is that what NIBRI has been doing, since I came on board, is we've been trying to interact
with stakeholders.
Yes, stakeholders in the industry. In fact, we are planning a national summit, workshop, which we'll be doing periodically, putting them through, letting them know this is the way to go. You cannot do this without letting us know this and all of that. We've been doing that, and right now the stakeholders, they are very much aware of some of these things. We've told them and we have advised them. For instance, if you are buying your iron rods, these are the ones that we feel,
iron rods have various specifications.
Yes, specifications. Not just the specification. There are some of them, sometimes when you look at them from the face value, you will say, this is a very good iron rod. But when you put them to test in our lab and workshop, you find out that they are not strong at all. So we've been doing that at that level. But for sustainable, end, our current effort at getting this bill to scale through the National Assembly and putting NIBRI into a strong footing where it really belongs. For instance, you have the...
Has it passed the first reading? Has it gone for the first reading?
No, the bill has not even been introduced.
Okay, you're planning to, you're working on it.
Works.
Okay, you're working on it.
Oh,
okay.
yes, it's in the works.
The earlier the better.
But we'll soon be, introduced.
Let that be your legacy.
By the special.
Thank God that you were a former member of the National Assembly.
Yes.
So I mean that you would want to ensure that in your time as the chairman governing board, you were able to make NIBRI a legal entity,
exactly.
So to say,
like standard organization
sort of Nigeria.
NIBRI should be part
of them should be in that scale.
Yes, because even the standard organization of Nigeria, they approach NIBRI for a lot of things because we have the best lab.
Where is the NIBRI office in Abuja?
It's in Jabi.
Where
just
in
after
Jabi?
Jabi Park.
Okay.
Immediately after Jabi Park, to your left, you see the edifice of NIBRI somewhere there. Is there?
And I think you should engage in promotion. I mean, do some advert jingles for Nigerians to know that there is an agency like this, and this is what the agency is all about. Tell them your mandate and how you can bring back Nigeria. Before you do any construction, you have to go and ensure that. I think NIBRI should even have the the mandate to arrest
Exactly.
And go like what NAFDAC is doing. Go and see fake product
what
and
we are
then.
saying. Exactly what we are saying. That's why I say we don't have that. Backing of the law right now.
Okay.
Except
you finish this
Exactly.
this bill and put it on, and then we pray God that the National Assembly speedily,
absolutely
because everything now is Nigeria is about construction, going forward, construction everywhere going forward. What's FCT alone? The amount FCT as FCT is a construction site.
So that's it.
Okay, let's not waste much time there. We have not exhausted NIBRI. What's your what's it called now? Not staff strength. Your board. What's the mandate? What's the strength? Your board. What's the strength of the board? You have a governing board. You have executive. Is it an executive secretary or
no,
a DG? Okay, bring us up to speed. What have you played?
The board has the chairman as the head of the board.
Okay.
Then the DG as the secretary.
Okay.
And then we have two, outside members, that will be drawn from
Manufacturing.
Not that. The other ones of manufacturing or the ministry, the various, for instance, the Ministry of Science and Technology, they have, a member, that represents them on the board, and also some other agencies like that. So that is it. We have the DG, who is the head of administration, and we have directors, various directors, under the DG there.
Have they all been filled up? I mean, like, have they been inaugurated?
You mean
the directors and the board has it been inaugurated?
No, the directors, they are there. The
They're
DG
there,
is there.
Okay.
Yes.
So are you having any inhibitions? Are you having any challenges that you want to talk about here right now?
You mean at NIBRI?
Yeah, at NIBRI, yes.
No, the only challenge we have right now is funding. We need funding.
That's what we're going to say now.
Yeah, we need funding to be able to, perform our duties.
I have a calendar.
well.
I have a calendar in the house, and it has to do with FOSI, Federation of Construction Industries or something like. It's a training site somewhere at Katampe or thereabout. Okay. The number of players on that calendar. I mean, if all those players could come on board, if you could assess them, your issue of funding will be a thing of the past, though, because you have Julius Berger, you have Cetraco, you have so many contractors in Nigeria that, if they can find a way to support NIBRI, because they need NIBRI to be able to deliver effectively on all their contracts.
Absolutely, and that's what the board is doing right now. We are working very hard behind the scene, to ensure that all of these things coalesce to be part of the Renewed Hope
agenda, to meet the Renewed Hope of President Asiwaju.
Cause a revolution in the building and roads sector, in Nigeria. Sorry.
Yeah.
So we are working very hard on that. We are engaging the stakeholders, and I'm happy to say today that the stakeholders are cooperating because they know what is ahead. They know what NIBRI stands for, and they know that, of course, that together as stakeholders, we must key into the.
And I'm sure as a media man, you will not mind what I want to say now. And I think that you need to take your expertise, your experience, you need to take it to NIBRI and ensure that the media department in NIBRI is up to date, comes up to speed, because Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians, my people suffer for lack of knowledge. Yes. Even I sitting down here now, some of the questions I'm asking you are like, I'm asking like a kindergarten boy.
Have people told the media department to buy airtime in TV stations and radio stations? Because number one, we must get Nigerians to know what NIBRI
is all about.
Most
Thank you very much.
Don't even know what NIBRI is about. And so this is the time for it. And of course, like you said, as a journalist myself, this is my forte.
Yes.
And I'm not going to, get laid back.
At all, not yet. You're just getting warmed up.
Absolutely.
Please bring them up to speed. We're ready to partner with you. Citizens FM is ready to partner with NIBRI. It's just a matter of fact, we're ready to give you, I'm sure, if I can speak for the management, I'm sure we can give you 30 minutes airtime. Then we'll show you the sponsors the sponsors that will assist you in sponsoring that airtime, so that we bring Nigerians up to speed on what NIBRI is all about. Do you want to say something else, sir?
Yeah, I'm concerning funding for NIBRI.
Yes.
I'm appealing to the federal government through the Federal Ministry of Science and Tech, to increase funding to NIBRI.
Okay.
NIBRI is a very special agency that we should not play with. NIBRI is very essential, even to the Renewed Hope agenda, because now we are building roads, like you said. Hundreds of roads, dozens of roads everywhere. Where buildings are springing up everywhere because of the national housing policy, which is part of the Renewed Hope
agenda.
But we need these buildings to be strong buildings that conform with international standards. And we can only do that through agencies like NIBRI. But if NIBRI is not well funded, there's no way we can be able to do this across Nigeria. And Nigeria is a large country.
Yes.
We are the most populous country
in Africa.
Thank you. So funding is very essential.
So, okay, Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, we also support NIBRI. We need for the Renewed Hope agenda to run its full course. So everybody, every cylinder has to be firing on maximum boost. So if funding is the problem that NIBRI is going through right now, Honorable Minister, we're calling on you, we're joining hands to call on you, to plead with you to see how you can increase their funding. They have agreed that they have the capacity to make the institute to be known, to move from A, where it is right now, to B, C, but they need your support. So, Honorable Minister, please, we join hands with the chairman of the board, of the governing board, to say, please, sir, do something special, because this is special. This is a special and technical institute, organization that touches every facet of our lives. Every facet of our lives. If they were up and stand up and running at the pedigree where they should be by now, I'm very sure that. What in the next few days that the FCT minister will be commissioning projects. NIBRI, he'll be talking about how much NIBRI has been able to assist him to achieve what he has been able to achieve so far. So, but let's not. The person on the hot seat here is Right Honorable Duro Mesoko. He's also the National Deputy Publicity Secretary of the APC. So let's go back to the APC because it's a ruling party. It's the APC that produces. But if we fail, it's Nigeria fails. If we succeed, Nigeria succeeds. What's in the front burner with the APC right now? On the front burner is how would I put it now? The primaries coming up for the National Assembly, and the APC's National Working Committee insisted on direct primaries for the FCT, Senate, and House of Representatives seats. Despite aspirants and stakeholders agreeing on indirect primary, this led to confusion and tension within the party. What's the situation now?
No, the situation is, there's no confusion at all. You see, before the NWC approves any mode of primaries, we normally contact the stakeholders.
Okay.
We don't usually change their position. If the stakeholders say indirect, it's difficult for us to say no, it's direct. So if we approve direct primaries, as you have said, then it means that that's what the stakeholders want.
Okay.
And we have this stakeholder. The party has an ESCO, and they have the aspirants. So they normally sit together. Sometimes even in contentious cases, they vote. They put it to vote. And that was what happened, for instance, in Anambra, where we did the direct primaries because the stakeholders wanted it. So that's what we did. I think. I think we did indirect.
Okay, for the layman too, there's a call coming in here right now. Let me see if I can.
Renewed Hope.
If I can take that call. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you, but I think your radio is on where you are. You're on to the Renewed Hope agenda, the way forward on Citizens FM 92.
Yes, I'm so happy with this program.
So can you tell us your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, my name is Dr. Anthony Edet.
Dr. what?
Anthony Edet.
Okay, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Wuse 2.
Okay, all right. What's your question?
I am so happy that you brought in Mr. Duro Meseko,
Okay.
and I'm happy for what they are doing. But my question is, on the issue of building collapse in Abuja,
Yes.
what are they doing about it?
Okay. What are they? Can you call your name again? Dr. what?
Anthony Edet.
Anthony Edet.
Edet.
Edet. Okay.
Edet.
Anthony Edet. Okay. And you are calling from Wuse 2. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Anthony Edet. We've heard your question.
And thank you, Citizen FM, for this wonderful program.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, Anthony Edet. All right. You heard the question.
Yes.
On the issue of building collapse in Abuja, what are you doing about it? So that's going to take us back again to Nibri. So you see that Nibri is a good thing that you're here. So, Edet, if you're, go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Edet. You know, the FCT, I mean, Abuja is under Federal Capital Territory administration, and they have their various units. In FCT here we have the Abuja Control Agency that, you know, they are supposed to be in charge of buildings, also ensuring standardization of buildings in the FCT. Under the Federal Capital.
So they have building control or something like that.
Abuja, yes.
What's it called? AMSI, Abuja Metropolitan Management Council. Where my brother, Right Honorable Felix Oboa is the
exactly. So they have all those agencies that are responsible for standardization, especially regarding buildings in the FCT.
Yeah.
Hello.
Sorry. Another call is coming. Yeah. Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm following your program.
What's your name? What's your name? Sorry.
My name is Professor Kenny Ajibade.
Professor
Kenny Ajibade.
Professor Kenneth Ade. How do you spell Adibade?
Kenny Ajibade.
Okay, Kenny Ajibade. Okay.
Thank you very much. I'm enjoying that program. I'm calling from Apple Legislative Quarters.
Apple Legislative Quarters, okay.
Yeah, I'm been following what the
National Publicity Secretary. Yes.
My simple question is, I'm part of people who love what President Bola Tinubu is doing with the Renew Hope agenda.
Yes.
My question is, we see drones of many cross-carpeting into APC.
Okay.
A lot. What ways the executive working executive of APC? What ways are they looking at it, and how are they?
Sorry, what's that question again?
I hope you got my question.
Say it again. Well, say it again.
Hello.
So we can hear you. We can hear you. You said a lot.
The question.
Yeah, it's gone, but I think we got it. There's been a lot of cross-carpeting.
From APC into from other parties into APC.
Yes.
Is that a strategy, and how is APC working committees and executives? How are they handling the issue?
That's about precisely the first question.
The first question they asked me. Okay, maybe you are not there.
Yeah.
But thank you very much, Prof.
All right, Prof. Thank you very much for joining us. But I think you should exhaust Dr. Anthony Edet's question on federal control, FCT control. How you going to handle the incessant building collapse in the FCT? If you have exhausted,
that's what you have done. I mean, they have their agencies that are responsible for that. You know,
are they not working with NIBRI?
Well, that's what we are saying. That all these agencies are supposed to
be working with NIBRI.
Working with NIBRI.
But because of
sometimes because of ignorance, because of communication gap, they most of them are not even aware And that's what we are doing now.
And actually, nobody should be constructing anything in Abuja, in the FCT,
Yes.
without getting a permit from NIBRI.
NIBRI.
You go and inspect all their infrastructure that they have,
Yes.
all the,
and
ensure that they
what
meet
they are doing
is the right thing.
Even those doing constructing roads, we are to test their asphalt.
Someone called me now, but it's on a personal call. But Incidenta is a contractor himself, you know.
Yes.
But and he does roads a lot. But let me not different from what you were saying. Sorry, go ahead.
So that's it. Concerning the question
From Professor Kenneth Ajibade, yes.
Well, like I said, I mean, people have been coming into APC. I'm an executive member, National Working Committee member of APC, and I'm very happy. Like very many others are happy. In my place in Yoruba land, they say when your masquerade is dancing well, you feel very happy. And so our party, that is the masquerade now, is dancing well, to the admiration of Nigerians. So why must we not be happy? So as a party, we are happy, but we are not losing guards. We are happy, and we see it as also a challenge that we have to work very hard to not to let guard of our standards, not to let guard of let lose our guards, as far as our progressive ideals or stance is concerned.
Okay, thank you very
Whether
much.
people are coming in or not, we'll continue to be progressive. We'll continue to do things that will promote progressive ideas. That's what we are doing as a party. And that's how we can hold those people coming in and ensuring that they also seamlessly, align with all that.
Okay, now let me take another question again, still on the APC now. The APC has not automatically granted tickets to incumbent National Assembly members for the 2027 election. Instead, all aspirants, including sitting lawmakers, must participate in primaries and secure delegate votes to win nomination. What can you expatiate on that?
Yes, I mean, we are talking of APC as a progressive party.
Yeah.
If you say, everybody, automatic ticket, that's dictatorship. You are now allowing democracy.
You're not you're raping democracy more or less.
Exactly. Democracy is all about. You can't say that all the National Assembly members are performing. Yeah, most of them may be performing, but there are some instances that maybe some of them are not even performing, and so the people there will want a change. But if you now impose it on them, it could even cause, implosions in the party. Far-reaching implications. So the best thing is to allow democracy take its route. After all, we are a progressive entity, and we must live by it.
Okay,
So we are not seeing anything wrong with that.
Okay, now, John, in case you're just joining us, we're about rounding up, and it's the National Deputy Publicity Secretary of the APC that has been here, Right Honorable Duro Mesoko, is also the Chairman Governing Board of the Council of Chairman Governing Council, Nigerian Building and Road Research Institute, NIBRI. Yes. We've been discussing about the APC, the forthcoming FCT election, the APC, the exodus coming into APC, how we can get it better, the renewed hope agenda, how the APC is playing it out, marrying it with making progress going forward, and stuff like that. But still, just before we go, I think we have 1 or 2 minutes. Just quickly, sir. How do you plan to address the controversy surrounding the primaries and the primary process?
Which of the primaries, please?
The what's it called now? The FCT primaries.
No. There's no controversy. As I speak with you, I think yesterday there was even a meeting among the aspirants to present a consensus candidate. Everything is going on well.
Well, going on well.
Yes.
Okay, now another question now. What strategies will you employ to engage voters and secure support for the APC in the FCT?
The strategies are already there. Number one, our performances are on ground. That's the number one thing that people are seeing and they can feel.
Okay, how will you work
for us?
Okay, how will you work to build party unity and cohesion in the FCT, given the tension surrounding the property. But you have said that there's no
There is
tension.
hardly any election that there will not be some form of little tension or the other. But the ability, aggregation of opinions to, live and let live. That is the issue, and we have a good leadership in the party. The leadership of Dr. Abdullah Umar Ganduje is up to task, and we are not.
Since you have brought the leadership of His Excellency Dr. Abdullah Ganduje to task, I will also bring my own block, which I've not mentioned. And I'm sure when I'm done with this program, they say, "How come I did not mention them?"
Okay.
National Deputy Publicity Secretary, sir. The reward system in APC is not palatable at all. We have been with APC support groups. What are you people going to do? What are you people going to say that support group leaders? Please let us accommodate some support group leaders going forward.
Absolutely. I want to assure you that.
Because we are the foot soldiers.
Yes, why you are asking this question is because, for instance, the board list is not yet out. Mm-hmm. I'm aware that when the board list were being, collated, every support group, most of the support groups were reached out to nominate people. I'm aware of that. Like even the media, the leadership of the media support group was reached out to nominate people for board appointment, and ditto many other support groups like that. But most of those appointments have not been announced because the president is taking his time. He will announce a little and wait because president is managing everything together because of the finance, because of the economy. But I want to assure you, for those that have not yet been reached, you will be reached.
I have not been reached.
You will be reached.
Thank you very much. You're promising me.
Yes.
Because I am working assiduously. Absolutely. I am not waiting to be reached. I'm working. I've been working. I'm still working, and I'll still be working.
Shortly, and I'm sure you will still come back to this same station to say, "Oh,
you said this." So
yes.
Honorable
Duro Meseko said this.
Thank you very much.
You'll be rich and you are rich.
Thank you very much. I'll hold you upon your word because we're made in the image and likeness of God. In the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So if you are made in the image and likeness of God, and you're telling me I'll be rich, that means God is telling me I'll be rich.
Yes,
thank you very much. Thank you very much. On this note, we'd like to say happy Salah in advance to our Muslim brothers. Do you want to say something for the Muslim brothers in APC?
Yes, happy Salah on behalf of the All Progressives Congress APC. I wish all our Muslim brethren happy Salah. I appeal that we continue, even as Allah preached peace all through His time. Let peace reign, and let's love our neighbors as ourselves. Let's reach out to others. If you have a ram, others may not be able to afford a ram.
He has said the greatest as a renewed hope agenda, and I come correct or I don't come at all. I'm out of here.
Citizen FM Radio, 93.7, Labor House, Central Business District, Abuja. Renewed Hope Agenda Radio on 93.7 FM. The future starts today.